So this is my wife's crafting cart. We'll take some few measurements and go build a better one, because better's always better, right? So she wants it to be a little bit taller than this, so she doesn't have to hunch over and stuff. So I kind of have an idea of how high she wants it. I just need to take a measurement of the width and stuff like that. So now that I got the main part of the carcass cut, I'm gonna go and take this into the shop and rip it down with a table saw to 6-inch wide strips. And I'll cut them down to final length. It's gonna be the framework for the side cabinets. So I screwed up on that cut, no big deal. I actually needed 3¼ inches wide, not 6 inches wide, but I can still use this one as a drawer frame, because that's what I plan on using anyways, so that's no big deal. Let's get it the right size. So these here are going to be for what holds the pegboards in. I'm cutting them down to width, and as you can see, I don't have the width on all the boards, but I have enough of the actual width on several boards to make this. And then I'm going to cut them down to length and add the groove in for the pegboard. So this is the framework that I'm going to use as kind of a semi-framed part of the cabinet. This is where the undermount hinges will attach to on the sides and where the pegboard is going to go. I'm going to simply attach these with pocket holes because you won't see them due to the plywood covering the holes, and it'll give it a strong, sturdy, good, tight fill, and they'll be held on with glue also. So after I get done here, I'm going to move on to building the box, and after that onto the sides and building the inside inserts for the glitter and alcohol inks. So I'm just going to use pocket holes to assemble the sides. They're plenty strong, and I'll put glue on it to hold it all together. It's not going to be really visible to anybody besides my wife who's going to be using it. So these are the inserts that are going to hold the glitter, alcohol inks, epoxy, and gloves, stuff like that. They are cut at a slight, like 10-degree angle, just to make it easier for the glitter and stuff bottles to come out. Here I'm just marking the spacing for the glitter bottles. I am going to have the top and bottom section of them offset from the middle row. I'm going to start moving on to the alcohol inks, and here I'm drilling the holes with alcohol ink, and then I'm going to take them over to my bandsaw and cut them at an angle for the alcohol inks to set in right. Here I'm moving on to the top of the cabinet, and the drawer fronts. I'm going to join them down before moving over to the table saw and cutting them down to final width and squaring them up. On the top, I will be using dowels and glues to make it one solid top. Time to make some drawers. So I got the 3 drawer faces cut and 2 sides. So now I'm going to take this circle templates I made earlier off camera, and I'll place them here with a guide bushing and cut circles randomly in a pattern over here. See how it turns out, fill those with epoxy, see how and then maybe make some salt more with a Forstner bit, some smaller ones that are going to be filled complete with epoxy. So let's get going. Looks sturdy.
There's bugs on it.
Got a little too close to the edge. No big deal. Something I gotta deal with. I'll just put some tape over here, pour epoxy, have a little mistake. But other than that, I think the circle turned out really good. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna start doing some epoxy pour into the fronts of the circles. And I'm got my total boat here, T-Rex alcohol inks, and black diamond pigments, gloves, and stir sticks. So let's get going. So here you can see I'm putting alcohol ink. This is T-Rex alcohol ink. I'll also be using some black diamond mica pigments. This is Total Boat high performance slow epoxy with slow set. I asked my wife to help me stir these as I was putting the pigments in, just because I wanted to make sure the epoxy didn't set while I was trying to pour it. So I did learn here that I should have sealed the wood before I poured the epoxy, because some of the inks did bleed through into the wood. This here is just me assembling the top with dowels and glues, like I said earlier. Gonna clamp them together, and you can see here I did not get the wood flat when installing these. I did adjust that off camera over to the side, and it had a little bit of unevenness, but I was able to get that out with the belt sander and a plane. Moving on over to the handles. These are going to be offset handles. They're going to be 3 different sizes from top to bottom. I'm just going to cut the metal down to size, and then I will drill through and add a 1/2 inch solid bar into it, weld it in, and drill and tap those to 1.25 inch thread. This here is 1.25 inch round stock, and I'm cutting it down to 6 inch lengths, and that's going to be for the top. Here I'm just going to be deburring the edges of it before welding on washers and nuts with threads on it. This here I'm sanding the top down. I've already sanded up to 220 before water popping it, and I'm just going to finish it off with a 240, which will give it a glass smooth finish. Absolutely wonderful type of finish when you water pop like this. sanding, and I forgot something. I'm gonna go get it and install it right now. I need to add this power strip. Here I'm just using my sprayer to paint the outside with Valspar gloss white paint, and then I'm going to be moving on and priming and painting the door handles and the risers. Those are going to be a satin black, which will give a really nice pop in color from the wood and white cabinets. Here I'm just going to be using some wipe-on poly on the top and the drawer frames. Gives a nice, solid, good sheen finish. If you made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you for watching. And if you don't mind, please like and subscribe to this channel. And hit the reminder bell to remind you when I do more posts. This is my first video and I'm getting started. So it'd be greatly appreciated if you would hit that subscribe and notification bell. Thank you. Here I'm about to realize a mistake I made. I put that power strip in and I forgot to cut out the spot in the top drawer for it. So you can see the lines I made. So it made it real simple, easy. I just cut those out and the drawer fits in perfectly. Here's her new cart. Cricut sits up on top, has plenty of room to open front and back, power strip in back, 3 drawers, hold all her vinyl, her heat press, and then her tumbler turning gear. On each side will hold glitter alcohol inks, and over here is her epoxies, gloves, silicone mat, and there's pegboards on each side so that she can put her tools and hang them up when she's not using them. On the back is a workstation, so she can have her tumbler turner over here plugged in and doing work back here. It clears up here so she can print. We'll do multiple things at once.
Thank you for seeing this video.